In this video, I'm going to show you how to install a bathroom vanity and sink step by step for beginners. And if you're new to this channel, my name's Josh. This channel is all about DIY to save a ton of money. So be sure to subscribe, ring that bell so you get notification every time I release a new video, and hammer that like button for me. That's all I ask in return for making this video. So we got a lot to go over today, so let's get started. This is where the bathroom vanity is going to be setting. It's going to be tight in this corner, and we have to connect to this drain line, and we also got to connect to this 1/2 inch water line coming out of the wall. We got the hot on the left and the cold on the right, and this is what's called CPVC. This is very common pipe you'll find throughout houses, and the great thing about this is we can connect to it using the SharkBite Max fitting. Today's sponsor of this video is SharkBite, and if you want to check out any of these products by SharkBite, I'll put a link to their products in the description below. And this is going to be what's called an angled stop. We have the 1/2 inch water line coming in, angling up to the faucet. So I'm going to show you how to install this onto the water lines. The vanity I'll be installing is 30 inches, and I'll put a link to it in the description below if you want to check it out for yourself. To figure out exactly where you want to cut your water line to install your SharkBite, if I measure off the back of this sink top to the center of the holes for the faucet, I got about 2.5 inches. So we want to make sure when we install this that it ends up about in this area. And these water lines are flexible, so if you're out here or even back closer to the wall or whatnot, it actually isn't that big a deal. You got plenty of play with the supply line coming off of the faucet, but if you want to get exact, that's how you would do it. We're going to cut the pipe and install the SharkBite. Measuring off the wall, 2.5 inches puts us right here, so ultimately that's about where we want to end up. Again, if it's a little bit further out, that's no big deal. So we're going to cut our pipe roughly in this area to get us a good start. I'm just going to use a ratchet pipe cutter to make the cut. This is a SharkBite deburring tool. The great thing about this, it can be used for either SharkBite Max, or it could also be used for the first generation SharkBite because the insertion depth is different, and we can use this to mark the insertion depth. As you can see, the SharkBite Max has a little bit deeper insertion depth than the first generation, but your SharkBite Max will push on much easier than the first generation. Since this is 1/2 inch pipe, we're going to slide this in, and we're going to twist it in order to deburr the pipe before installing the fitting. All right, and you can see that took the shavings off the edges using the little deburring device here. So that's nice and deburred. Because this is a 1/2 inch water line, I'm going to use the 1/2 inch side, and this is SharkBite Max. So we're going to place this right over the pipe, push it in tight, and then mark how deep we need to insert it. And that is how far we want to make sure our SharkBite goes on to be installed properly. On the SharkBite Max fitting, this is a little decorative cover for the end. It's really nothing that is functional, but it makes it look a little better. So we're going to go ahead and slide all this on at once and make sure that we get to that mark on the pipe. Boom, we are on. If you slide this back, you can see we line up perfectly with that mark. So we know we're slid on all the way, and that pushed on really easy compared to the first generation. These have a 25-year warranty, so this is considered a permanent install once these SharkBites are on. That was extremely easy. Now we just got to do the same to the other side. On the hot water side, you'll notice there's a little bit of paint here in the area that we're going to be sliding on. So we want to make sure that's cleaned off. I'm going to scrape off that paint just to make sure it doesn't interfere with the seal of the fitting. Now that the pipe is really clean, I'm going to cut it to length and install it just like we did the cold water side. Make sure we deburr it really well. That's nice and deburred. You can actually see just a slight taper on it. That looks really good. We need to mark our depth. Then for the really simple part, push it right on. Very easy install. I do like to make sure these are in the off position after I install them, just so when we turn the water back on, we know to turn that on as well. It's just a little safety feature for me, but we actually don't have the water hooked up yet. So we will be installing this and turning the water on later, so that's why there was no water coming out of these water lines. You may have noticed the P-trap adapter that was already installed. I'd like to show you quickly how that was installed before we continue further. In order to adapt the P-trap into this 1.5" elbow, we must install what's called a trap adapter, and this is going to be where the P-trap slides into, and then you tighten this down to seal around it. And in order to install this, we simply just have to prime and glue this into place and give it a quarter turn when we install it. Very simple. Alright, our adapter is installed, ready to accept the P-trap. Alright, we have the Vanity here. This Vanity does not have a back in it, which makes it nice. We can slide it right into place, and it has plenty of room to work in here. But we need to make sure that we level this up and secure it to the wall before we move any further as far as installing the sink. With the Vanity sitting roughly where it's going to be installed, I'm going to use my 4-foot level and place it across the top and see how level we are. And we're actually sitting really level where we're at this way. Now let's check this way. This way, the same thing, very level. And this back corner, very level. So if all 3 sides are level there, we know it's level back here. And that looks really good. So our Vanity is sitting where we want it to be installed, but we need to shift it over just a little bit because this top overhangs about 1/8 on each side, just so we're not right up against the wall here. That looks pretty good. And if we were not setting level, we would just take shims and shim up the Vanity until it is. Very straightforward, just like installing cabinets. Now that that's setting where we want it, we need to secure it to the wall. Since we're in this corner, I just need to put 1 screw into a stud on this side and 1 screw into a stud on this side to hold it from moving around and to keep it where it's at. To find a stud, very easy. We can do the tap test to locate it and then use a nail to double check to make sure it actually is there. And we want to stay right off the top of the Vanity because this is going to get covered by the top. So we're going to locate it now. Sounds like we are right here. All right, yep, you can tell there's a stud right in this area. So that sounds like right in the center of the stud. We can place a screw right here in order to hit it in this area. Because we want to make sure this side stays off the wall about 1/8 inch or so, we're going to place a shim there so that way it doesn't push it tight when we put a screw here. I'm going to pre-drill with an 1/8 inch drill bit. Using a 2.5 inch construction screw, I'm going to go through the Vanity into the stud to secure this side to the wall. We now do the same to the back side of the Vanity. Before drilling this side, I want to turn the shark bite down. That way we don't have debris go down into the shark bite while we're drilling out this board. So that's a great thing about shark bites. You can pivot these any way you want, and it does not hurt to do that at all. So very cool feature. Before setting the sink top, I'm going to install the faucet onto it. It's much easier to do this now before this is set into place. I'm going to remove these wing nuts off the bottom of the faucet first. Then we're going to place it through the faucet holes, then reinstall the wing nuts to hold this into place. All right, before I hand tighten those really hard, I'm going to make sure we're centered up well here. That looks good. Now we're going to hand tighten really snug here. To install the drain that came with the faucet, very simple. We're going to take off this lock nut first, along with this big washer. This rubber gasket is actually going to go right up against this area, so we're going to slide that up. Now I'm going to place silicone right around this area, and then afterwards we're going to go underneath, reach up and place this thick washer and this locking nut back up around the drain and tighten it up well. Place it right through the drain hole. Then we're going to reach up below, place this on, then turn the locking nut until it tightens the drain. Now's the time to clean up any silicone that might push out around the drain. We're now going to flip the top over. The water supply lines I'll be using are made by Eastman, and these are steel braided. They're actually a sister company with SharkBite under RWC, and these are going to thread right onto the faucet at the bottom sections that are 1/2 inch, and the other side of this is 3/8 that's going to connect to the SharkBite fitting after we set the top. These are really easy to install. We're first going to hand thread them on. After they're hand tight, we're going to take an adjustable wrench, give them some turns until they feel like they are secured and sealed to the faucet. And you don't want to over tighten these because there's a rubber washer in there. So you want to make sure they're just really snug. I'm now going to set the sink top right on top of the vanity. We're going to center it up where we want to place it permanently. All right, that looks really good right where it's at. This is what's called a P-trap. You can see it's in the shape of a P. This is going to go over the drain coming out of the sink. Then it's going to come up over down to the 1.5-inch pipe. And this is 1.25 inches, and that's why we had to install that adapter on this side where it's going into the wall. And this is going to slide up over the tailpipe coming down from the drain. And this is as well. And then this is going to tighten up to secure the pipe around the drain. And it's also going to seal it at the same time. To connect the water line to the SharkBite, very simple. We're going to remove this nut that's on top of the SharkBite. This is for a compression fitting, which this is not a compression. And then this is where we install the water line coming off the faucet right to the SharkBite. Want to hand tighten it first, then tighten it with a wrench. That's how simple it is to connect the water line to the angle stop of the SharkBite. Now I need to do the same to the other side. I'm going to install the lock nut up over the tailpipe and then this washer over that. You almost always have to cut these P-traps to length on this end that goes back into the wall. I'm first going to take this part out behind here where the adapter is in the wall to be able to put my tailpipe in. We can just slide it right into there and see where it lines up with this pipe. Looks like we should cut about that much off in order for this to work. So we're going to do that now. It's best to cut these with a hacksaw. And it's very important to deburr these pipes as well, especially on the inside of the pipe because you don't want hair or any debris getting stuck here and causing a clog. I'm going to dry fit this to see if it'll work, and it'll work fine. I'm going to take this part, slide right over the P-trap, and then install it back into the wall. Now we just tighten everything up. All of our connections are now made underneath. Everything looks good. If you're enjoying this type of content, you may enjoy my free PDF. I'll put a link to it in the description below. Now that I have the plumbing connections made, I'm going to install the door pulls here on the doors. This is very simple. Phillips screw goes into the back of the hardware, then you tighten it up. I wish everything was that easy. To finish up the sink top, I'm going to place silicone right around the edge of the sink top where it meets the drywall. And I'm also going to silicone right under here as well. And that's going to help secure the top down to the vanity so it doesn't shift around. The bathroom vanity and sink is now installed. Whenever we turn the water on to this house, we're going to remove the screen out of this faucet just in case there's debris in the water lines. We're going to reach under there to the SharkBite angle stops, turn those on, and then we're going to turn our faucet on, let the water run through, check for leaks underneath, and then inspect everything. And then we're going to place our stopper to where it's going to hold water. Then we're going to check for leaks around the drain, and if all that looks good, then we're good to go. If you'd like to see how we're going to install this toilet here beside this vanity, check out this video. It'll help you out.